Good morning. It is 6:25 here. And I woke up at 2. Thus, the thing of going to bed early for me. So, this is like take 2 of video because I first was going to just record it and then post it. But it cut me off mid-sentence. So I was like, no, that's not going to work. We're going to just have to go live. So this is like, yeah. So this segment is my favorites for October. I would usually do it the end of the month for the favorites. But since it is Samhain and we are going trick or treating and we are going to be doing, we're going to be doing that. I figured I would do that today, even though it is the 16th and not the 31st. So it's like mid-month, I guess you would say, favorites, but it's going to be the month's favorites because that's all I'm going to be able to afford. I had like $145, and I spent most of it on minutes and then cigarettes and then miscellaneous stuff that I probably really didn't need but wanted to get because I hadn't really spoiled myself this month because it's been really rough. 2/8 is like that leaves very little for food and stuff. So I digress and we go on. I put this like I said, this was going to be my Book of Shadows, and it ended up being just notes and stuff and miscellaneous and whatnot, but it has some magical things in it that I'm probably going to have to put in my bullet journal Book of Shadows. Plus, my daughter had a hold of it and started drawing in the pages, so yeah. Anyways, but I was going through here and I was looking, okay, what's all in this journal? And it said ideas for my channel, and it was just monthly favorites, look into my place, which is going to be hard because I live in a motel room for now, and then I'm going to go straight from a motel room to a shelter in Amarillo. So that's probably going to have to wait. And then haunted places, which I do, but I haven't done like this month's favorites. I did last month's favorites. So we move on. And we find, oh, there it is. Okay, so October favorites for this month is my cinnamon apple candle, and the reason why I love cinnamon apple is it takes me back to the memories of my nana and my granny, who always during the holidays would make like apple pies and stuff like that. And I just love the smell, and it's like a fall smell. So that's my first one. And then I bought me a fall coffee mug that I just thought was too cute, and this is it. And it says pumpkin spice and everything nice. I'll probably get one for Christmas theme. I have a whole bunch of coffee cups, but yeah. And then I have lavender incense. Anything lavender is like my go-to scent. It calms me. I can be having like my anxiety can be like way off the charts. I like some lavender, and it's like it just relaxes me, and it's like it just cleanses me and washes away that anxiety, and I'm more calmer, and I'm able to think straight more clearly, and it's just a very soothing incense. Anything lavender or patchouli is like one of my favorite. Those are like my favorite scents or herbs. Patchouli is more of an earthy scent, and lavender is more of a floral herb. And I really don't. I think it's the French lavender I don't really like, but the actual lavender itself is just it's calming, and it just is soothing. And I lit it a while ago, and it just I love the smell. It just smelt up the whole room. And it's with the apple cinnamon. It just meshed very well. So, and then I have lavender bath wash. That I mean, it's a big container. And then I have my new bag, and it's just like an insulated bag that you would put like lunch and stuff in, but I put like my journals and my pens and my markers and my sticky notes for my bullet journals that I have a lot of, and again markers and color pens, and those are my favorites for this month. Next month I don't know what's going to happen. If I get something different, hopefully I'll be in a shelter then, and we'll be able to do stuff. I'll have my daughter back and whatnot. So that's what's going on. And I do really need to look up. I think the theme for this month is going to be Amarillo hauntings, because that's where I'm going to be living at again. And I mean, so it's like more of an Amarillo thing. And I gotta write down like it's gonna be hard. I got my daughter some pull-ups for her. I got the generic brand. And but yeah, I've been wanting to just do things. I'm just looking at to see what all I got. And Thursday, going over the budget plan, the budgeting thing that my caseworker gave me to do. I've been writing down everything that I spend this month, which I mean last month, I have like a huge list. This month it's been so short. It's like, wow, I spent like last month like $400 on stuff, but this month it's like it's mostly gone to rent. And don't miss this. Later, Cindy reveals her bare skin to the camera with no makeup, giving you her most intimate personal tips. Which has left me, say, 280, 300. I had like $13 left every week, and I've been able to get like little foods here and there. I had 94 on my food stamps on the 6th, which helped out some because that lasted for a week.
Because it works as a system and it covers all the needs that my skin has. This is the best system we've ever been able to offer.
But and I got food for me, and we're gonna for today, and we'll probably just sit back, watch some SpongeBob, and just make a chill for 2 hours. She's having a hard time adjusting. She's not understanding why she can't stay with me.
These creams and serums really do everything Simeon's
Which, you know,
oh my goodness, tell you.
soon she'll be with me for good, and I got to stick with that routine that my sister-in-law has for her because, you know, thinking back about it, at the time I thought working nights would be good because then, you know, during the day I could spend it with my daughter, but during the day with working nights, I'm so exhausted, and she's so up during the day. Like, it's not even funny, and I just get so worn out. And, you know, at first when this started and they wanted me to find a different job or see if I could get like a day shift job, which day shift part for my work, I did ask, you know, both here and in Dumas if I could get a day shift. And both were like, you know, it is a first come, first serve, you know, the one that's been there the longest. And I understand that. But then, you know, they have to understand too that in order for her to be back in my life and be with me, I have to have a day shift so I could put her in daycare during the day.
Wow, I just had this radiant glow, you know, without anything on my skin. And I was hooked ever since then.
And that's what, you know, they wanted to do. But with me working nights, you know, I have to find somebody to watch her during the night. And then if I had put her in daycare during the day and, you know, say like, okay, I was paying $80 a week for a babysitter, and then there would be the cost of a daycare during, you know, just for a couple hours during the day. You know, 300 and some odd dollars a week is, and plus with food and stuff and diapers, that's not, I mean, it goes quick. Like quick. And doing it by yourself without child support is crazy nuts because you find it so hard to budget. And I can budget. Well, it's not really budgeting, but when I had her child support and I had, you know, my check, I could figure out, okay, $365 that month. I took the $365, you know, I paid the rent, and then I paid like my water, not my water, but my gas and electric, and then I paid like for our bed that we had, and
it's soft and it's smooth, and that's the way it makes your skin feel when you put it.
and then what I had left over,
Has been fantastic.
you know, or you know that next week I would pay my gas and my electric, and then I had money left over to go get groceries, and then I had her child support that I got what she needed, like if she needed a new outfit, you know, if she needed diapers, if we needed, you know, stuff like that, food, I would use that. And that's how I would do it. But when my ex had lost his job and child support stopped, it was like, okay, how am I going to do this? Because, believe it or not, that left me with like 365. That left me with very little money. I do know the good thing about Dumas Allsup's ATM, they didn't charge you for withdrawing money. You could get out exactly how much you had in that account as long as, it was like 20s, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, stuff like that. But you couldn't get out like $10 because, I don't know, it was weird. It only did 20s and stuff. And this one here, every time you withdraw money out of the ATM, it charges you every time. So like if I had 307, I could only get out 280. I had 301 this week, and I could only get out 280. So it's like, so aggravating.
It visibly revitalizes and repairs, so you can wake up to skin that appears visibly firmer, brighter, smoother, and more youthful. The Crema Serum is my favorite part of the whole line. You use the rest of the products,
but
and then you apply this stuff, and you're like, boom.
I don't know. I think I'm catching a cold though, because
his clients often pay thousands of dollars for a series of treatments containing his rare melon extract.
That's what's happening. And I am like, and then moving to a hotel room, I really think, if they would have told me, oh, well, if they would have told me in the first place before, I made this jump to, Panhandle to be closer to my daughter, they would have said, well, if you get into a shelter that's a long-term shelter, you would be able to get your daughter. If they would have said that before I had made this jump, I think I would have taken the opportunity and actually gotten into a shelter and did all of that. But I was thinking, okay, I want to be closer to my daughter where I can see her and not have to worry about finding a way over here to see her. And that's where my frame of mind was on this. And it's been tough. I mean, because 280 automatically is out of my pocket for rent every week. And, that leaves very little to do with. The $13 goes by just like that. So, I haven't really been able to do much. It's like I what? I think though once I get a daytime job and I start really getting into, because I want to look into my GED and I want to do that, see how much that's going to cost me, and then what else? And getting that on the way, I might call Region 16 and see if if I can do the practice test and go from there. I really truly believe that at first dealing with CPS, yes, I'm gonna be the first to admit that it's been extremely stressful experience with me.
1 year or 2 years or 3 years. And
But
that's fine because
no, talking to the caseworker and, you know, dealing with her in general has, I mean, it's been uplifting, and she's really been a gem. As to the investigator that I had, I guess because of my experience with men and what I've been through, I was very standoffish to him. I mean, I was respectful and everything, but being around him, I could not breathe. My flight or fight was like on alert. My hair is like all messed up. And, you know, I really, dealing with him, it was painful because my intuition was saying, you know, this guy, you know, don't trust him because he is a male. And, you know, in my experience with men in general has not been very good. So, that being done, and I just, and then still dealing with my ex and his bullshit. I'm like, I can't wait to get rid of him. I don't want him out of my life. I want him, you know, he's just been not a good thing for me because he has that effect on me where he can literally get my anxiety up, and I don't need that right now. I need to stay focused on the goals at hand. I need to stay positive, and I need to just deal with just me and my daughter. That's it. You know, I don't need his bullshit. I really don't. His bullshit can just, him and his bullshit can stay where it's at. I don't appreciate the fact that he is doing wrong by those girls. And I told my sister-in-law yesterday, I said, this is just my opinion. This is how I feel about the situation those girls are in. I think the best thing for those girls is for Daddy and his girlfriend to get with the program and do parenting classes. Because let me tell you something, those parenting classes, you might think that they don't work, but to see, you know, how you are doing, how you could do things differently, and how you can help your kids feel like they are important, like getting into their own individuality and their own independence, sitting down and having family meetings and like writing, even as it is like writing down, you know, things to talk about for in that family meeting, and having someone like be the secretary, someone be, you know, in charge of certain aspects of the family meeting. But letting them, I mean, showing them that their opinion matters and that what they think matters is important, because that makes them feel important. It makes them feel like they're involved. But to single out a child, and I don't really know, you know, exactly what they're getting at by singling out my baby, is heart-wrenching, because let me tell you, that little girl has been through so much, and they're just adding to it. I mean, she's going to feel inadequate. She's going this causes so much trouble that it's not worth singling out just one child because you think she's a troublemaker or whatever you think she is doing wrong. She's a child. She's only 10. And okay, kids are going to be kids. They're going to make mistakes. That's how they learn. You can't, by putting them in a room with nothing in there and them staying there, they can't learn from their experiences. They can't grow from their experiences or the lessons that they need to learn by making these mistakes. How is she to know, okay, well, not to do this? If you think by putting her in that predicament, putting her in a secluded area is going to help anything, no, that's not going to help anything at all. That's just going to make things worse. Because then she's going to feel like, her sister's more important and she's not important. And it's a hot mess. Like I told my sister-in-law, I said, they need to take some parenting classes. Because, those parenting classes that I took and that I finished at Safe Place was like, it was a major eye-opener for me. And I realized what I could do different with my daughter and whatnot. And see, and that's another thing that me and my sister-in-law were talking about yesterday, because my daughter was not listening and she was not eating her dinner, and Aunt Shannon had to repeat herself over and over until she got into a timeout. And then we were talking about, I said, yeah, I've been watching, the Super Nanny, and the Super Nanny, she goes by their age with the timeout, or what she would call like the naughty chair or something like that. And it would, she went by their age. So if a child was 10 years old, they would get 10 minutes in the naughty chair. But if they got up or got distracted, it started all over again. And that's exactly, what my sister-in-law does. And it's good. But to do, I'm sorry, a naughty room, where baby's constantly in there. No, that's not a punishment. That's been cruel. That's just say you don't want to deal with the child. And I'm sorry, if you don't want to deal with a child, you don't want them, then you don't need them.
I've already taken a shower, so I've cleansed my skin in the shower. But now I'm going to start giving my skin a little morning love. I start with the ultra lifting and filling treatment.
But yeah, it's like,
of this product. So
I don't know.
And it really helps make the film love, and it gives you that soft blur. But also, it has the long-term effects of lifting and filling. So I get the quick fix of a little filling and a little blur.
Train. So that's what's going on. And I started writing back in my story. I'm on chapter 2. I don't even know how many pages chapter 1 has. I haven't even numbered them. But I love these little bullet journal things. I think that's my new obsession is bullet journals. Oh, and I got some stickers too. That's for my book of shadows. I could put up my other one. So yeah. Ooh. yawning. Oh, excuse me. Definitely knows. Oh my goodness. I hope I'm not catching a cold. I am very, like I said, I don't really have much content in what goes on in these videos. I would like to do more stuff. I would like to do like maybe a get ready with me. I'll probably do that later on today as I get ready with, for my daughter. I might just show you my daily routine. But I gotta clean this room, make my bed and just help get everything ready.
I'm confident how I look, and I really feel beautiful. Don't let this limited time offer pass you by.
Today has not been my day. I was reaching to get my bag, and this bed being so high up, a pain in the butt. So when I was reaching, I knocked over trash can, and I almost fell. And then when I got my bag tumbled over on the bed, so I had to put everything back in. Yeah, it's just been one of those mornings. But I am excited because I get 2 hours of unsupervised with my daughter. She's finding it hard to adjust, so she's lashing out. And I feel sorry for my sister-in-law. I mean, because she has really, really been there for me. And she's just been a gem, and I can't thank her enough. There's no words to describe how thankful I am of, her and doing this. And because it's hard when you have a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old, and you're having to adjust to a 3-year-old, which is like the toddler age. And you haven't had a toddler in 9 years. So.
Previously on Nashville.
Why do you care? Well, you two must not be from around here. Stop me, Nancy.
But her and Kevin have just been they've been a godsend. And even when we're over there, I'm going to be calling her, so Morgana can, talk to her and Michaela and all of them, keeping them informed on what's going on.
What you're doing for the city is just so great. You can say that to Mayor Conrad as long as I do.
Well, none of this would have come to She's wonderful, isn't she? And thank you for doing the work. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I really do mean that. Thank you.
Oh, I hope this is just allergies. Because I've already been dealing with toothache, because I got a hole in my tooth. That's been really lovely. Because yesterday I did a video and I had the grandpa donuts. I haven't had those in a while. Oh, goodness. And, then a stuffy nose. Lovely. Eyes watering. Not good. Goodness. Excuse me. And so, I felt sound all nasally. But yep. Sneezing, watery eyes, coughing. Oh, this has to be allergies. Please let it be allergies. Please, please, please. I did get some makeup. I did get some polish. Goodness gracious. Oh, I gotta sit up more. My back's hurting. So, I did my nails. Yesterday, I was talking to my best friend, Stephanie. Actually, Michelle. And I was like, ah, goodness. Anyways, what I was saying is, I had the phone where it was leaning on the vanity, and I had done a reading for her. Actually, I've done several readings for her yesterday. And then, I got done with that, moved and started doing my makeup. And she's like, "Are you bored or something?" I was like, "Yeah, I got makeup, so I figured out how to do it." And then I was doing my nails, and we were talking on the phone. And
What do you think about this one?
I told her, I said, "I'm going to call you the cat lady because you've got so many cats." She has like 5 cats and maybe like 2 dogs and puppies. No, she has 3 dogs. Because she has 2 outside dogs and she has Bella. And then she has puppies. So, yeah.
What's going on?
I wish I could. Wish this one had. Yeah, I need to do a grocery list or a budget. Yeah, I guess I could do it here.
You know what? It must have gotten misplaced, but I was talking off. Hey, man.
Let's see.
You play one pocket? Nate?
I've got a shot. Listening too? That's what it does. Yeah, Jeff wanted to pull some strings.
I do plan on getting my hair done once I move. Ooh, I need to do sigils in my tarot, in my bullet journal for my book of shadows. That's what I need to do.
Hey, I got a question. So if the main stage is zone 1, you got me in zone 8.
Sit this way. Do 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 do. And I haven't even looked up like this week's inspiration.
Yeah, well, at least you got a spot.
That's my story. I could read some of my story to y'all.
Yeah, there's a bunch of label execs in the audience who might want to sign you, guys.
But I think I will do another live video after I get done and come back on here and then read it to y'all. Maybe just do a video of it. I don't even know how many pages chapter 1 has. Doo-doo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pages in chapter 1. Oops. I didn't intend for chapter 1 to be that long. But
Why do you care so much? Because it's gone?
You think he's the other reason I care?
Seems to me you broke up the family.
There you go.
Little fist.
It's not what I need on.
What else? I haven't even done my photo of the days. Did In My Cup. I did Mother Daughter. I didn't. Did I do favorite? Yeah, I did the favorites of the week. Did it? Yeah, I did a witchy picture. I did a haunted house. Okay, so I did. Yeah, and I done the favorite place with my best friend. Haven't done Made You Smile, Black and White.
This is just some absurd story.
So
It's just a rumor. But look, there's still one of the rules most idolized couples, and you. But even though country music might like a cheating song, the audience is much like the cheater. And even
that's what I need to do. I need to write that down on my other journal.
How long will it take for you to find out you started the channel?
Let's see here.
Well, your new job is to turn that who knows into a I know. You're right. This is never going to
But I need to write down.
So I'll talk to the
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do on that one. Alright, so let's see here.
Found you.
Raina,
Housekeeper let me in. She's a big fan.
what are you doing?
I didn't talk to you. I heard that you're going to screw me over and try to release that album.
What do you need? Call my office, make an appointment.
I'm calling back
Okay, I've
today
done the
to give you a-
crystals.
We talk about it
Let's see what all I have.
Oh, so you're doing this as a quarterly session.
It's been a while since I did a quote, so I gotta look that up. Go to my one with the triquetra. I got this one, and it's already falling apart at the very back, but it has parchment paper in it. And you can't really find parchment paper barely anywhere unless you like order it somewhere. Yeah, I need to do. Right here. Write down what I need to write down on my. I got the colors that theme colors that I'm using for this month on my regular bullet journal, which is this one right here. It says a go without a plan is just a wish. So I got an orange color and black for Samhain. And of course, here's the stickers that I'm using for my bullet journal. I don't have like the regular kits and whatnot to have, so
I should know. I was in for 10 years. Now I'm not.
I'm just gonna look through here. Get colors. This is my little pack for my little brushes and stuff. It also has my mascara in it. And I got, and then I have this that has like my cards, and then I'm probably gonna put my money in for my rent. And then I have like my sticky notes that I put in my bullet journal. And I'll show you, I already have one in here for this I've already written down like the monthly events and whatnot. And it's like in black and orange. So it's like Samhain, Trick or Treat, October 31st, 18th, going over budget. So What did I get?
Well, if you say it.
That's for September. To October.
Well, you have yourself.
You have Scarlett. I know I'm
And it's really cute because
festival or fun.
each month has like
Some passion
a saying or a quote. Like October is just breathe. September was what was September's? Find it. September was you do you month, and like all my notes in here, I put like how many stuff I need and for work and whatnot. Okay, October, and I'll show y'all. There's my little sticky note for October. It says call every Monday to check on to check for a room for me and my daughter for Martha's home.
Do this late tonight, okay?
Make you smile. But okay. And then cute little theme for yesterday and today was the bananas because my daughter loves bananas. But that's what's going on there.
Well, I don't think me hanging up flyers is going to work as well as it used to. You do that Twitter thing, right?
What color am I going to use?
You said that Jeff was going to bring you some late.
I think I'll use purple.
I got some friends I can call, some A&R guys. I'll have them come on down. Hell, I'll open for you. Oh, well, that's great, man.
I'm already using like a bluish color for here we go, here's a red. I'll use that to write down what I need to write down for this. Okay, and then a ruler, which is kind of bent. That sucks. It's supposed to jump back into place, but now it's like all bent. That really bites. Then it's not going to be really even. Hopefully I have enough cocoa juice to do this. Oh, there we go. Different ruler.
Hey everybody, thanks for being here today.
Where's Juliet?
Juliet, she's very busy getting ready for the festival opening night, but she is very excited about what we've put together here. I'm just thrilled to be up here with my family to welcome you all to the first and hopefully annual Music City Music Festival.
I love these markers.
So legal was able to deal with those guys from Houston who were threatening to press charges.
That's great. Thanks, man.
Saw pictures of them. They were the guys harassing me and Craig.
And how are things going with you and Craig?
Closing my tight. How's it going with you and Layla?
Just great. My dad across the board.
I need face of this festival, and I practically just snuck in through a basement window.
You wanted to press before you had a name.
I understand the strategy, but you don't have to be happy about it.
You're avoiding the madness too.
It seems like the right choice. Friend, can you put this minute, please?
All right, so
Tell me what you. Tell me what you started some crazy plan to get me back.
No, you had to be expected, huh?
Was it Olivia?
No, she'd be mortified if she didn't
So what do I call this?
Chief of the Phoenix, right?
Right. So my family give me the pressure. There's like nothing more than just hoping to just
I really don't go
Amazing.
through
Something on you?
and like it says on my index, I just write things down.
you're right.
Let's see.
Yeah, how are you? Good to see you. So cute. Hey, I'm really sorry that everyone didn't have this crazy. I'll see you when
You're gonna be pinned. There we go.
No, I'm
List of
getting pretty damn old. Well, I'm only 19, so not really bad. I just meant to fuck too hard.
first
Hold on. Not be paranoid.
and BOS. Okay, so
I absolutely love you.
one is inspiration. I did the salad. Then there's crystal. There's some of the herbs. Through the days of the week for spells. So 2 is chance.
Patience. Pass it on. A message from the foundation.
3.
Rock Legends 5.
Do it this way.
Access TV explores Glenn Campbell's extraordinary career and indelible mark on music.
Sigils.
Figures the country of pop in the 60s and 70s.
4
All new Rock Legends tonight on Access TV. Tonight, Access
is
TV presents the David Rockstar Guide, with all the episode featuring the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. Find out what you
What
might know
else?
about his death
Gordon Elvis's death has always raised a lot of questions.
and the controversies that last until this day. So, what killed Elvis?
candles.
The David Rockstar Guide premieres tonight on Access TV.
5. Oh, I need to write down deities.
So I got your message. I just want to say I don't want to fight you. Fight me?
Deities.
Just about the Scarlet thing. I can explain.
I heard enough this morning, all right? So, unless you cheated on her?
No.
Good. Well, we got a show to do. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. So I got that.
Yeah, I mean, all the times you decide not to weigh in, giving out free advice is kind of your thing.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Free advice? Don't crap where you eat. That's a free advice.
So work on that.
Did you miss the part where I said I was
Yeah,
going to get
figure
involved?
Not for me, for Zoe. I don't want Scarlet to give up on
I
it.
think I'll do that
Yeah, well,
in
that's a nice sentiment.
same color I did that in
I think I'll
red.
just let y'all work this thing out, okay? Because we got a show to do here. And this lot belongs to an old friend of mine. He likes underdogs, so we shut it down so we can use it.
It's kind of missing the stage.
Yeah, well, I'll handle my end of things. You handle yours.
I'm gonna go ahead and get it, and I'll probably be back on in a second,
Don't join me.
but I'll probably try to do just a video of me reading my story to y'all. But I'm going to get off here, and y'all have a good morning. Stay blessed. Clean us up. I gotta get more organized. I wish I had like a little bag for my pens and markers.
It's something I have wanted to do for a very long time.
And
And buy myself out of this label from hella hot water.
stay blessed.
Take care of all
Good. My secret. All right. Bye.